Hello everyone and welcome to the Carcode YouTube channel. If you're new here, please make sure to hit the subscribe button down below and turn on the notification bell so you're notified anytime I upload a new video. Today you join me at head office of Volkswagen in Milton Keynes. I'm very happy to be here. It's a VW thing event, so all different Volkswagens are being presented here today, including the new ID.3, which I actually haven't had a chance to review yet, so today that's what I'm going to be doing. This is the facelift to the ID.3. Today I'm going to be going through the outside and inside. I won't be able to drive it, but I have driven them in the past. That remains mostly the same. Starting at the front of the facelifted ID.3, you can see you've got a bit more of a sporty look. Overall, it's a more clean, modern, sportier look. This one has got the IQ Matrix LED headlamps. The IQ lighting technology is incredibly clever and looks better than the normal LEDs as well. These are in the exterior pack and the exterior pack plus on the ID.3. It's actually the launch edition, this car. The ID.3 doesn't have trim levels as such, it's just the Pro and the Pro S, which has longer range on it. They start at around £37,000, whereas the Pro S starts at just under £43,000. A notable difference on the facelift ID.3 is the removal of the black lump at the top of the bonnet. It looks a lot better now and you've got these creases in the bonnet as well. I never liked the gloss black section. It looks much better now than it did then. This car here is finished in the launch colour for the facelift, which is the dark overline green. The first sort of concept / sketches of the facelift were in sort of a light springy green colour, which was really nice. This is a sort of a dark sludgy olive green colour, which I'm not a huge fan of. All cars have got the contrasting black roof. The standard colour is moonstone grey. It's non-metallic, it's sort of a light grey colour. It is rather nice though in general. You then go up to £710 for your metallic colours. My favourite is the Kostra Azul metallic, which came off the Volkswagen Up. Also the Glacier White looks great, which is £710. Just to quickly show you, this is what the ID.3 is like in Glacier White. This one has actually got the 19-inch Wellington alloy wheels and they look really nice as well, whether they go 19s or 20s. I think this is much better than the dark overline metallic colour. So you can see again the redesigned bonnet. Not a mega difference, but it does look better than it was previously. The expensive ones are the £860 for the dark overline green, and King's Red is also £860. So you have quite a good option of colours. It does also look good in all black, which is the Grenadilla Black Metallic. So there's quite a few options and personalisation does look really good on the ID.3. Wheel options on the ID.3 facelift are pretty simple. These are the 20-inch Sanya alloy wheels. On the Pro S, these are a £560 option, and of course they are more expensive on the lower Pro model. These look a little bit more futuristic, I suppose, as they are the launch wheel. I'm really happy that they've decided to ditch the steel wheels for the facelift. So now they're all alloy wheels, which is excellent to see. Just a quick stop in the edit. These are the 18-inch Derry alloy wheels, which are standard on the Pro model. On the Pro S, the standard wheels are the 19-inch Wellington alloy wheels, which are really nice. The interior of the ID.3 claims to have been upgraded, so better quality, and that's definitely true in the lower section of the dash. It is better quality. We've got this ID.3 here, but overall it does feel very similar to the outgoing model. So that means you have more of an electric feel, spaceship, futuristic look inside. You have these traditional captain armrests, which are very comfortable. These are the comfortable seats that are in the dusty grey colour on the Pro S model. On the Pro, they're in melange grey, which is basically just black. A lot of people, I think, would prefer the black rather than the dusty grey colour. You do have quite a bit of gloss black, which I'm not a huge fan of. It just picks up fingerprints a lot. Also, it's 100% animal free now, so you have a synthetic leather steering wheel, which does feel a little bit less quality. And I do wonder, would it have been worth them just putting real leather on the wheel? Because of course, in my sort of rationale thinking, this car's going to be on the road 15, 20 years. Would it be worth them using that small section of leather just for longevity and comfort over the period of the lifetime? But of course, they're looking for sustainability, and that's who they're aiming to appeal to with this car. You have the centre infotainment screen, which is obviously quite a controversial thing on the ID vehicles. Good thing about it though is it's facing towards the driver, which is very useful, very handy to have, always nice. Lots of cars now are facing away from the driver, so it's quite driver focused in here. This one's got the electric ergo active seats, which for a sort of small family car is quite interesting, quite nice. You've got wireless phone charging and just quite a nice sort of overall interior. It's not massively changed, so if you are looking at an ID.3 pre-facelift versus facelift, there's not a huge amount of differences between the two. The previous model was pretty good quality anyway, just the screen has had some software updates, etc. At the back of the ID.3 you've got the traditional flip-up VW badge, which is really nice. The boot space is exactly the same, it's 385 litres. The actual dimensions are exactly the same as the previous model. It is just a facelift that tweaks sort of styling elements and things like that, which is really nice. You've also got the false floor, so you've got your charging cables underneath. Lots of EVs don't actually have a dedicated place to put the cables, so they take up a lot of the boot space, whereas this makes a lot more sense, which is really nice. It's also got the grab handles here to shut the boot, which is nice and handy. I do also like the glass back design on the ID.3. So, backseat practicality in the ID.3 is pretty good, although this Pro S version with the 77 kilowatt hour battery only has 4 seats, so you actually miss out on the middle seat, which is a little bit strange. I'm guessing because of the extra size of batteries and things. You do, however, get this armrest on all models, which is really nice, and it means it's a very comfortable car in the back of here. It's nice because on cars like the MG4, you don't actually get a rear armrest, so passengers aren't really thought about as much. Everyone gets a grab handle and a hook. You'll also have 2 USB-C charging ports down here and pockets in the backs of both seats, which is really lovely. A bit of gloss black here and a little bit of scratchy plastic, but that's what you would expect in the back of a car. Other than that, everything's padded, everything's suede material. You've got through loading as well, and an actual decent size through loading, which is good and what we'd expect. Overall, it's just like a Golf really in the back of the ID.3. You've got plenty of headroom, plenty of leg room, quite good. The floor's completely flat, so very good, but obviously it's not applicable for middle seat because on this model you don't have a middle seat. It's so weird, you sort of just have this carved out section for nothing, so not too sure why they couldn't fit it. But the ISOFIX points are the ones that are quite obvious and plasticky, but they are actually connected now to the car, so you won't lose them, which you could do in the past. They're much better than they were, and it's little things like that that make a big difference. If I put the seats down, they do fold almost completely flat, but there is a little bit of a ridge with them. If I push the headrest, they go a little bit flatter. So yeah, not too bad for practicality really. The placement of the charger port on the ID.3 is very practical because you can reverse park and charge it. Lots of new EVs have actually got the charge point at the front of the car, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It's also capable of fast charging up to 170 kilowatts on this Pro S version and 120 kilowatts on the Pro version. That means you can do 20 to 80% in around half an hour, which is really good. 11 kilowatt charging, you can charge it in around 8 hours 0 to full. In regards to range, you get 265 miles official on the Pro model and 347 official on the Pro S like this here. The S doesn't mean any performance upgrades. They are both 204 PS, which is 201 brake horsepower, and both drive the rear wheels, so they are all rear wheel drive. We are expecting an ID.3 GTX model in the coming years, and that will be an exciting all-wheel drive car. I'm excited for the ID.2 which will be coming 2025-26, and it's going to be front wheel drive. That'll suit me a lot better and a lot of other people. I live in the Lake District where it's wet and slippery. Rear wheel drive isn't really the way forward, where I am anyway. Round town it is a useful feature, and it harks back to old Volkswagens like the Beetle and things like that, and it means a tighter turning circle. Just something to bear in mind, but most electric cars are the rear wheel drive anyway, such as the MG4, that's rear wheel drive. The Honda E, if you're looking at small ones, rear wheel drive again. So the ID.3 new and improved facelift has changed a little bit on the inside, quite a bit on the outside. This iteration, however, is a really good step forward for Volkswagen. I'm excited to see what's going to happen in the future though with the ID.2 and the other ID models. It's very exciting. This is just a start though for Volkswagen's electric journey. I guess that's why this car hasn't gone down with everyone, but this is definitely a step in the right direction. Thank you for watching, and thank you to Volkswagen for inviting me down to this event. I've really enjoyed it. If you've got any questions, pop them in the comments down below. I hope to see you in my next video. Thanks for watching again.